Shan, have you decided on your team yet?
Not yet. We still have to look at the conditions. We do have a combination in mind, but I think one final look at the pitch and then we can see what's the best possible 11.
So have you decided on the combination at least? Do you know if you're going in with an all-seam attack potentially or using a spinner?
In our heads we have something right now, but again we'd like to have a final look at the pitch. There haven't been a lot of test matches played at this venue, so I think we'd like to have a firm look, a final look before we can decide what's best for us. Look, I think that's one of the hardest decisions to make. They've both been top-class wicket-keepers for Pakistan over the years. They've played some memorable innings as batsmen. They've had great performances behind the wicket as wicket-keepers. So it's a very tough decision to make, and like you said, that possibility will always be open. I don't jump into comparison between players. I think each and every one of our 18-member squad is somebody that can take the field tomorrow and in this series. So there'll be some tough decisions to make, which hopefully we can take the best one in terms of the interest of the team and the result.
And if they both play, do you know who keeps?
Again, we'll have to see. We'll have to see who the better fielder is and where we might require someone to field. Just pity. You as an individual have to go out there and sort of play the way that suits you, that suits your game. That's why you've been selected, or that's why you're part of a particular team. I have my way, a certain player might have his particular way. What we try and encourage to do is we try and lay the basics of the game. This is what we require to hit as a team, and I think in Test cricket it's pretty obvious you need 20 wickets to win a Test match. So that a lot of that revolves around that, and then you want to create time and space for those 20 wickets to occur, because a lot of the times you can play on a deck that's suited to batting. So how do you create that time? You probably create that by scoring a bit quicker. Again, we're not talking about going gung-ho or anything like that, but again, just play the way that suits you, that suits your game, and also the opposition. I mean, if you let a good opposition ball in an area all day long, they'll have your number. So it's picking your battles, it's being sensible, and it's about seeing the requirement of the game and seeing that what are the ways we can sort of save time in a game and sort of create a situation where taking 20 wickets would be easier.
So trying to win the game rather than worrying about how not to lose it.
Absolutely, you have to be positive, you have to always think. That's what we said. For us, it's about the bigger picture. We want to come into these conditions and see what are the best ways to win a cricket match, and we'll make mistakes. We might not get over the line, but again, it'll be a great learning for us. But for us right now, it's seeing the bigger picture and seeing how we can play that brand of cricket.
Talk about the bigger picture. I know England have been talking about trying to save Test cricket. Is that a similar view from your philosophy, from your perspective?
Look, I think we all love playing Test cricket. It's the ultimate. It's the pinnacle. Like I said, we don't need any more motivation in terms of this series. We're playing in Australia. We're playing against the World Test champions. But yeah, Test cricket for us, as a nation, has taken a bit of a hit because we normally play 6 Test matches a year. If you count these 2 Test matches, it'll be 5 Test matches for this year. So it's not enough. We'd obviously like more Test cricket, and I think by being a side that is a winning side that produces results home and overseas, we might sort of get more Test cricket in the future. So for us, we want to play more Test cricket. We want to play against the best teams in the world, and we want to play an exciting brand of Test cricket.
And finally, have you had a chance to look at the pitch? What do you make? Any first impressions, thoughts?
A bit. I think we've been very fortunate that we played at this amazing venue in 2019. We played a pink ball day-night Test match. Pink ball obviously behaves a bit differently, but there was nice carry, some pace in the wicket. A lot of our guys got runs. It was a 3-day first-class match against a decent Australian A opposition. We got them out for fairly cheap in the first innings, but the match went to a draw. So we've got then we played 2 T20 games. I think playing white ball here was harder than red ball because you have to go from the word go in white ball, and getting used to the pace and bounce can be a bit challenging. But I don't see anything different from those two occasions that we've been here. It will offer some pace, it will offer some bounce. There's decent amount of grass coating, but we've also looked at the Test match between Australia and West Indies. So again, it's about how can we adapt to these conditions and how do we sort of respond as a batting and bowling side here.
Thank you.
Thank you.